Hello to all. This is a video I am recording to give you a guidance on the completion of this assignment. So as you recall, this Simply Analytic tools is something you have used in previous assignments. So at this point, you should be familiar with what you're looking at right now. So remember that you gotta search when you are into this application, the location of the city or the area where your business is operating, right? The business that you are using for these assignments. So in this case, what you have here in the example I'm using is Corpus Christi, correct? So I'm going to go in this panel of data. As you see on the left-hand side, you have different icons, and one of these down here on the lower left-hand side, it says market segments. So you click there, and then here in the middle, you have different variables that are available. So this one that I'm pointing here that says Mosaic under market segments, this one provides data collected by this company, Simons Local, which is used for market research purpose and for media related decisions for identifying group of segments. So you click here, and then on the right-hand side, you see different groups which have sort of interesting names. Here you have these names given by default by the company, such as aspirational fusion, such as blue sky boomers, such as golden year guardians. You have here others like singles and starters, and you have different type of segments. Remember, this comes from a national data collection effort that they do. And what we want to do is explore and see which ones of these fit or are more aligned to the type of customer that is more likely to be interested in our products or services, because later on in the next assignment, you will develop or propose promotional tools and advertisement activities, etc. for which customers? Well, the ones that you have to select at this stage. Now, for this assignment, I'm asking you to choose only one group or segment. Typically, a normal business would have more than one group or segment to target, but for the purpose of this assignment, let's focus on one. And what you have to do is to spend some time exploring here these different groups. So what you gotta do in order to look at the details? Well, let's say that you want to explore these blue sky boomers segment. So here on the three dots on the right-hand side of the title of that group, you click and then you go to view metadata. In the metadata, you will have a new window or box that pops up with some general information of when this data was collected, which in this case is last year. So go to the bottom part, right? So you start here, you go to the bottom part, scroll down, and here you have these 3 or 4, depending on which group, infographics or visuals that provide, for example, this one, an infographic with the description of this type of customer segment or buyer persona, sometimes is called in market research. So see, you have some general information like the average age, what type of housing they live at, the income, etc. On the left-hand side here, you can see some key features about their lifestyles, about interests, etc. On the right-hand side, you see the level of technology adoption, what channels preferences is better suited for these segments. Then on the second infographic here, you have more detailed statistics about their purchase patterns, the family structure, the type of vehicle they own. So you are encouraged to explore and get the insights so that you get to know how these segments are different from others. So in order to do that, you gotta read these descriptions that are provided in these infographics. Now, at the last one, this is where you typically find this piece of information, which is very important because it's about how to market. This is a recommendation how to reach these segments through marketing communications and channels. So this is something that you have to read because maybe not much for this assignment, but for future assignments, you will certainly need this information or will be useful for developing those other assignments, right? So again, what you have to do is look at the different segments, in this case for Corpus Christi, and you see how you have a bunch of them. So let's look at other type of segment here, for example, and again, that's the point. You gotta compare so that you don't just stick with the first one you see, right? For instance, here you have one which is called significant singles. So again, you go to the three dots here, click and go to view metadata, scroll down, and here you have a different profile of consumer with the infographics, how to market. So I'm just keeping the steps here, but you get the idea of what you got to do. Now, assuming that this is the group of customers that you want to go after, let's suppose that you choose this type of customer, then I will ask you to download or save the infographic, the first visual that you get. And you can do that just by right-clicking on your mouse and go here to save image. And you save it in your desktop or computer, tablet, whatever device you are using. Now, what else you have to do for this assignment? Well, you gotta find out how many of these customers or group of consumers are in the location where your business operates. In this case, I'm focusing on Corpus Christi, Texas. So I want to check this. You see, it has here a check mark because that's the customer group I want to find out how many they are. So you go to comparison table on the right, and you see it gives you here the segment that I chose, but not only the one that I chose, but it gives me others that I had previously selected. So here it tells you these are 3 segments that I chose as potential target markets. So which one I'm looking for? Well, let's see this one, which is called Blooming with Confidence. There are 11,783. That's the market size for Corpus Christi. You have another here, which is singles and starters, 35,000, 2,242, sorry. This one is smaller, Blue Sky Boomers, 7,408. And you can get percentages, by the way. If you click here, it says, or it gives you the option to add a percentage, right? So these are the figures, the amounts that I'm interested for you to report in this assignment. You gotta take a screenshot of this, which is the market size for the segment that you select. And again, this screenshot with the market size and the infographic of the selected segments, those are the ones that you will use into your assignment. to incorporate them there according to the instructions that I have given you. Thank you.